A fair question to ask is why Jill Scott for judge? What separates her from her competitors? Well, if you take away her achievements, her accolades, her titles, her awards, what you're left with is a person with integrity and character. And I know that because she's my mom.
Chris Scott grew up watching his mother live with high character every day. Character she intends to bring to the bench as Clayton County's next Superior Court judge.
I certainly believe that as a judge you have to be firm, you have to be hard on crime, but you also have to be empathetic. Micah 6 says, "What does the Lord require of me? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before your God."
And that was the basis for her creation of the pretrial diversion program.
Because of the pretrial diversion program that I put in place for the first time in Clayton County in 2005, so it's been in existence for 11 years, thousands and thousands have been helped, especially our young people and our young African American men.
I was very impressed with her.
Retired Marine Sergeant Harrison L. Madison says he's voting for Jill Scott.
Oh yes, I mean, I've been living here almost would be 19 years in July. She's the only politician who's ever been in my house. Only one.
Sergeant Madison, who works out regularly and could outwork many people half his age, says he's particularly interested in how Attorney Scott fights to reduce the number of youth being funneled into the prison systems.
She just seems sincere, and when she's talking about helping black youth, I'm all for her. We need people in the justice system who are like us, who think like us, who talk like us, who act like us.
Fighting for our youth is at the core of this campaign, and this Marine Sergeant knows something about fighting and winning.
The last time I was treated for the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma was back in 2008. So I've been very fortunate and very blessed.
He's throwing his punch on behalf of our youth in the voting booth.
I am deeply concerned about the way minority men are treated in the court system. Deeply concerned.
Retired Army Colonel George Ingersoll says he believes Jill Scott is part of the solution.
It's not going to be different until we address it in the court system, also with the police, with all the other politicians and the community. And I think the community plays a role, especially churches. And so she's part of that equation.
Ingersoll is a 20-plus year Clayton County homeowner and says he's impressed with Attorney Scott's work ethic.
I really, really appreciate someone who gets out there and does the hard work to meet people. It's easy to go to a gathering that's prearranged, but when someone comes out and knocks on the door and is willing to talk about the issues and spend time with you and explain the issues, that resonated with me.
And the criteria for getting his vote is clear and simple.
What's important to me is, does she have the skill set to do the job? Is she willing to do the job? And then is she striving for results in doing the job?
He wishes all elected officials would take their jobs that seriously.
I don't think people should run for office just to have a job. Go somewhere else if you want a job. These positions are too important to just have a job.
I would like to leave behind a system that is hard and firm on crime, but more empathetic with those that are challenged mentally.
It's that kind of character that has impressed this young African-American man. One of my most vivid memories as a child is waking up at 5:36 in the morning and hearing my mother pray over me and my brother. It's not what you do in the public eye that builds character. It's what you do behind closed doors.
Early voting is May 2nd through May 20th. Election day is May 24th. I'm Mark Ritchie, and Attorney Jill Scott approved this message.